today we're going to talk about digital storytelling. Has anybody ever used this website or heard of digital storytelling? Okay, good. A few of you. Have any of you ever added your voice to something on the computer that you've done? Okay, a little bit more of you. All right, so you're going to have a little bit of a head whenever we go to do what we're doing. All right, what story have we been reading this week? Don Quixote and the Windmills. Okay, we are going to start a project, and it's going to be you and a partner. Okay, we might have one group of 3. But you and a partner are going to come up with a superhero. Okay, and when you come up with that superhero, you're going to come up with a whole day in that superhero's life. And the whole day is going to be filled with all kinds of good deeds that superhero does. Now, what is a good deed? You can raise your hand and tell me what a good deed is. Caleb?
By helping little kids tie their shoes.
Okay, that's a good example, by helping little kids tie their shoe. So, in all, good deeds mean when you're doing something good for somebody else, right? Or something else, some other kind of cause. Alright, so we all have plenty of examples of good deeds, and some of you do good deeds every day, don't you? So you and your partner are going to write a story about a superhero who does all of these good deeds. Now, when we read it earlier, we noticed that it said it has to have an interesting plot and a believable setting. What is an interesting plot? What does that mean? Landon?
Like a really interesting main idea.
Really interesting main idea and series of events, right? We've talked about series of events. And the main ideas of the story, they have to be interesting. Okay? We're going to watch an example, and this is Mrs. Browning's Amazing Summer. I want you to look at this video, and I want you to see what you notice. Okay?
Mrs. Browning's Amazing Summer. We had an amazing summer.
Alright, raise your hand if you can tell me some things that you noticed about her digital story that she had. Kimberly?
Like every picture was different words at the bottom.
Okay, every picture had the words at the bottom. But you also noticed that her voice was reading it. So it was kind of like I'm up here reading a children's book to you, right? With pictures. It's kind of what it felt like, except for we don't have to turn pages. It turns the pages for us. So not only did it have what she was saying down here, but she also used audio to put her voice on there. Emily, what else did you notice?
She also put a drawing and page at the front and then
Okay, she put kind of a variety of pictures on there, didn't she? Do you think she took all these pictures?
No.
Maybe the one at the Cardinals game, maybe. But the other one she definitely got from some kind of resource online, right? What was the last thing that you noticed in her digital story? Hands. Thank you. Philip? She used a drawing. Okay. So she used her voice. She put her words at the bottom that she was saying. She used pictures from some kind of resource on the internet. And then she used a picture that she or somebody else actually drew. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look and we're going to create one on our own. Okay? Now ours is going to be really short compared to what you're going to create, but I'm going to show you what you're going to do so you can basically get the right idea. So I'm going to hit create a title. Jonathan is my lovely helper and he is going to delete that title. Delete the whole title. And he's going to put the butterfly. Alright, and because it's our title, what's one thing that Jonathan has to go back and do? Kimberly?
Turn the B
Capitalize that B. Alright. Now for time's sake, don't worry about my name. We'll just leave my name up there. But you go to buy, it will have your name and your partner's names. Okay? Because you were the creator. Alright, what do you see that this says? Now where's the cover on a book? Very front. Okay, so we're designing the very front. Okay? Now my options are to draw, click on galleries, or upload. Okay, I'm going to start from the end and work my way backwards and tell you what they mean. Okay? Upload is 2015.
Upload a video on YouTube.
upload something on there. Okay, upload a picture. Okay, you can upload a file to that. Right, galleries, that is where I can kind of put all of my pictures in one place, kind of like a photo album. So instead of uploading a picture every time, I can upload all my pictures to my gallery, click on my gallery, and there are all of my pictures that I want to use. Okay? Now draw. Draw is actually where you can pull it up and draw on the page. Okay, and I'll show you what all of that means. But for right now, we're going to upload. Now I have a whole folder that I've saved stuff in. It's on my desktop, so I'm going to go down, and I've named my folder Little Bird Tales. Okay, and I'm going to click on Butterfly 1. I numbered them in the order that I'm going to need them. And when I click open, it's going to load down here, and my butterfly is going to appear. Okay, so I have the option to leave my butterfly like that, and it would be like the cover of my book. But I could, if I wanted to, draw on top of it. Okay, so I'm going to click draw. See if it works. Okay. Alright, so it's going to pop up. Alright? The picture's going to pop up. This is exactly what it's going to look like. Okay? We have a pen, we have shapes, we have text that you can put over it and type over it. That's what that T means. Okay, it's where you can put some kind of font on top of it and type over it. Or I can just write on it. So for today's sake, I'm just going to write on it. Alright, I'm going to pick kind of a springy color. And I'm going to put the butterfly. Okay? Now your title, when I click save, your title is going to be underneath it. But you could just do this. Because maybe people don't want to look at the bottom and their eyes are immediately drawn to this gigantic on our butterfly. So I'm going to click save. I can see down there in that little red box that it's saving. Okay? Then you're going to X out of it and it's going to appear. The butterfly. Isn't that pretty cool? Alright, now this option right here obviously says voice. If you hit this button, you can start recording. Okay? You can stop and play. You can do all of that stuff. So it doesn't work right now, but if I was to do that, maybe it is registering my voice. If I was to do that, it would record my voice, and it would play whatever I was saying, okay? When I'm finished with my cover page, I'm going to click save. Now, right here, it's going to say pages, and it's going to list every page that you do. Alright, so whenever we go to add a page, you just click save, and it'll move you to the next page. Now, you could go ahead and add all of the pages, but I would kind of like to do it as I go along. Alright, so I'm going to click upload again. And I'm going to go to my folder. Sometimes it'll come up with it still there. Sometimes you might have to go find it again. Alright, I'm going to click on Butterfly 2. It's going to upload. Alright, instead of writing on my butterfly this time, we're actually going to type some text in there. And this is what showed up underneath the picture of the example that we saw. Okay? So, Jonathan's going to type one day, a beautiful butterfly at my window. Period. Alright, go back and edit that beautiful. And you see when he misspelled it, it changed it has the red line underneath it. Alright, now while Jonathan's fixing that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's going to be the only sentence we're going to type just for time's sake today. You could go on and write, it shows you how many characters you have, and by characters it means letters. Okay? So you can't type a whole lot on one page, but you can get the point across. Now, if we were reading a picture book, do you want a whole lot of text on the page? No, it's kind of like a paragraph, and then you move on, right, when you're reading it. Not like the chapter books you read. But we're going to do that. If we were to go on, we could say, I didn't know what the butterfly wanted, so I said, hello, butterfly. Or something, something else that we want to say. Now, again, I could take the voice part, I could hit record, and I could say, one day I saw a beautiful butterfly at my window. We're going to preview it, and we're going to see our work that we've done so far. You see my title and the author. Alright, so you see how it goes through the pictures. We are going to actually do this with your story of your superhero. Now, my thinking is that you are going to illustrate your story on pieces of paper, and you're going to put your drawings on white pieces of paper, illustrate them out as if it was a book page, and number your pages so that we can take pictures and actually upload them into your file.